Hello, everyone. I am Brandon, and I want to welcome you all here to the Tansson Talk Show, where our mission here is to help bring people together. I always enjoy doing this show, and I cannot wait to bring you all this episode. But without further ado, please allow me to introduce my guest for the day, Jastin Diemsen. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. I'm so excited to have you on. And so, first of all, how's your day going thus far?
Going good. I told you this earlier, but I did take a midterm on Japanese. I'm sort of feeling great about it, sort of not because the reading portion really kicked my butt. But yeah, otherwise I'm doing good.
That's good to hear, and hopefully you'll continue to learn and improve throughout your course as well. But yeah, but before we go ahead and get started, I did want to allow a moment for you to go ahead and introduce yourself for the watching and listening audience here today.
Hi, my name is Jastin Diemsen. I am currently a senior at ODU. I was a graphic design major. I've switched to cinema and TV production now. Um, And yeah, I currently work or I currently work for the College of Sciences at ODU, and I am working at my friend's startup media company, Deseo Media, as his creative director.
Well, that is awesome, and like I said, I'm so excited to go ahead and dive right into all of this. And so of course you mentioned that now you're currently a senior at Old Dominion University, and how was that for you being a senior?
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like much has changed just now being a senior. I'm just hopeful that this time I will have like a proper graduation coming from the class of 2020. That graduation at, was it Todd Stadium, was horrendous. That the carpool, like, we were up there for like a second and then had to leave.
Well, I do hope that you are able to get that proper graduation. And as the high school class of 2020, I know this whole time has been weird. So I definitely hope that you're able to get that proper graduation that and the rest of our class of 2020 so rightfully deserve.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so this is your second year at ODU, if I remember correctly.
Yes. I do know that I might be there for an extra semester though. So because I switched majors. Yeah.
Yeah, and so for those who are new, I do definitely want to take us back a little bit. And so 2 years ago, I had the pleasure of having you on my Brands Tech podcast, and I really enjoyed having you on. And so that was August of 2021. But a fun fact about that is, even though it will date, our speaking right now is that it actually released on October 13th of 2021.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly 2 years to the day today.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, does it feel like it's been that long for you?
Uh kind of. I mean, like I don't really. I mean, the time flies by. Really, once you start getting older. Um, like we're already almost done with 2023, heading in almost to 2024. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I just remember, it being, 2019, 2020, finishing up, high school and then getting ready for college. And now, for us to be practically almost done with our journeys, at least to this point, feels very surreal that it's only been 4 years since then. And so for anyone who may not have tuned into our discussion last time, I know that going yeah into your current field was a, I don't know. Actually, why don't you tell it? So for anyone who may not have tuned into our discussion last time, how was it for you even getting into this field first with graphic and media design and now cinema and TV production?
So from graphic and design, essentially how I transitioned was I loved focusing more on the video aspect of graphic design. We took video courses that led me to take a video certificate class. over that summer at which is now VPCC. But yeah, from there it just spiraled on to me transferring to ODU. At first, I wanted to do graphic design again, but after that first semester in the fall in 2022, I decided I wanted to do cinema and TV production. So I switched spring of 2023 to that major. But yeah, no, it's just I wanted to focus more on the video side, and what felt right to me was switching over to cinema and TV production. And right now, I'm enjoying it.
So I guess actually to take a step back first. So how overall was it for you to like finish up your time at Virginia Peninsula Community College with your, with your associates in graphic and media design, and how was that process for you, like your community college time?
Oh, yeah, no, for like finishing up my graphic design degree, it opened a lot of doors. So because I did well in that one video class in graphic design, I was recommended to do an internship with the Virginia Space Grant Consortium, um, doing videography and photography for their summer camps. And from that, I got to experience like all sorts of places that is associated with NASA. I went up to Wallops Flight Facility, went to um, their facility in Hampton, right? I forgot what it's called. Langley, yeah, Langley, and just basically just learning a bunch of new stuff and like learning new skills and actually digging deep into what this line of work is, um, video wise. But yeah, like finishing up graphic design. Um, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a graphic designer, um, because now that I've switched to cinema and TV production, like I understand the concepts of graphic design, but I wouldn't say I'm like much of a graphic designer. Like I was decently good at motion graphics. I think that was like my highlight um, throughout my last semester at VPCC. But essentially, all those skills I learned from VPCC is helping me right now, um, and I'm glad that going through that graphic design program, I'm finding out more of who I am, and more of what I like to do.
That's good at least. And if I remember correctly, like the even back then, that the video aspect is one of the reasons that you enjoyed doing the graphic design, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And so, how would you say is like the evolution been for you, having completed your time at community college and then transferring over? Like, I guess asking a more direct question. So was ODU like your always your first choice as to where to transfer to afterwards?
I would say this. It was my only choice because like I'm super lazy, and I only applied to ODU, and I just hope for the best. Um, but yeah, I mean, like so beginning of ODU, I said this earlier. I wanted to do graphic design again. Bad thing is that I found out later that all the credits from VPCC, not all of them transferred. I want to say a good like 80% of them didn't transfer, or 70%. So I was like, fuck, I might have to be here for like, sorry for language, but I was like, man, I have to be here probably for another like year or two just to actually get a graphic design um, degree, and I didn't want to do it again. So I switched majors because of that video aspect and wanted to do video.
And did you know about the credits prior to transferring over?
That no, I was a complete idiot. I didn't know well, like what things transferred or what things didn't transfer. Apparently, like being in the arts, it's really like selective of what the colleges like choose for which credits transfer over. And I found out the hard way. But either way, the stuff I learned from those classes, like I'm not gonna disregard them and like forget about them. There's still stuff that I pick up from and still use for my work now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that at least you're keeping with those fundamentals. And so, I guess how has your first year, yeah, I guess a little over a year, been for you? Yeah, at ODU, have you been enjoying it, and are you like a campus student commute, or how has that experience been for you?
I do live off campus, and it's only like a 5 minute walk. I we got lucky with the place near campus. Uh, but yeah, so far the first year, it's been pretty good. Like actually knowing college life is way better than the community college life in the early stages of when the pandemic hit. Like we were all online. It's nice to like go out and actually like talk to people, actually like interact with people instead of like going into breakout rooms like 24/7. Um, especially getting hands on stuff. I think that's the most important thing. Getting hands on stuff. Especially from when I was graphic design before switching, like getting hands on um, like our project and actually like making them with guidance of other students and the professor. That helped a lot, rather than having a professor over Zoom tell you how to shade in something correctly and like he's lagging every like 2 seconds. But yeah, no, the experience has been pretty solid. I mean, I'm not much of like a party goer. I like to keep a very simple life. Um, but yeah, like the community here is amazing. I just wish there's more things to do around here at ODU. I think that's like the main like thing everyone talks about is like they wish there's like more things to do. But overall, it was like it's been great. I made a new couple friends. And yeah, I've just been enjoying my time here.
Would you say that I guess the change from, yeah, online classes to, to in person classes is like the biggest change for you between those?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like no one really talked in the Zoom calls. No one really wanted to be there anyways. Um, and I can't imagine it was like even harder for the students that actually got accepted into college and had to experience the first like year and a half or 2 years on Zoom calls and not experiencing their college life. Um, yeah, it does like the biggest change.
But yeah, and so of course you mentioned that, yeah, that you've been able to meet some new friends. Have you also been able to like join organizations and get to know the campus community a little bit more?
I did join FASA, the Filipino organization here. I was only there doing more like community service work because that's where I felt um, like most comfortable. Just helping out. Um, but I know recently I haven't joined any organizations this semester because I've just been really busy. I didn't think I would have the time to um, do any organizations or like um, join the communities around here. But I don't know. I think I might join soon. I mean, it is my. I'm at like my final year at ODU, anyways. I got nothing to lose.
Well, that is true. Like, during the final year, the final, few semesters, it's like, yeah, it's like you might as well do it because you're here, like there truly is nothing to lose, like you said.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I guess going back a little bit to your internship that you had with the Space Grant Consortium, how was that for you? And like, had you anticipated getting the internship, or how was the process with it, even finding an internship?
Well, it was. I got the. I was recommended internship by my my professor who taught video for our class at VPCC. From there, I just showed them my work, and I was just hired. What was funny enough is that the person that they hired as well, like there was two of us. She was also from my class, so I already knew like my coworker already well. But yeah, the internship at the space grant it was really fun. It's just a lot of it was like really stressful because it's a lot of run and gun um, type like video. Like you have to be at this spot, you have to go over here, you have to go over here. You can't really like um, experience like what the students were doing at the summer camps. Like they're talking about rockets, and like you kind of want to listen in, but at the same time you have to do your job and just videotape them and not get sidetracked. Because there's a couple of times where I was like really like, oh wow, this lecture is like really interesting, and I'm like missing something. But yeah, the Virginia Grant internship showed me gave me opportunity to showcase my skills um, as a videographer, as an editor, um, and from that I was able to put that more towards into my own like personal and like or my put those skills into more of my creative side with these classes that I'm taking now at ODU, and then also bringing those skills in and using them for my job with my friend's media startup. But yeah, no, those like other than like making like running gunning for like a couple of days and then making a video by the end of that week, it was really stressful. But it taught me a lot on how to pace myself, how to edit, how to figure out what shots work, what shots didn't, and most importantly, put me on a schedule, have a deadline, because I think that's one thing um, that's like uh, that I still need to work on is like setting a deadline for myself, because I am like quite the procrastinator. Like I like to do things like last minute, um, and yeah, those skills I've learned at the space grant, um, they've been useful to me ever since I ended my internship, or ever since my internship ended.
And was your internship, out of curiosity, like your first real hands-on one, or did you have some experiences before that?
I think it was my first hands-on one, which was really lucky to have that as my first hands-on. And yeah, that led me to um, my job here now at ODU, working for the College of Sciences, doing videography or doing interviews for them. Like just recently, I covered um, uh, I did coverage of the rain on signs. I think that's what the event is called. Um, yeah, it's only rain on signs, I think. But yeah, we just covered booths and did interviews with the people at the booths. Um, and I'm in the process of working on that video right now.
That's really, yeah, interesting to hear. And so for your current job, doing that, like how did you find out about it? Was it something that you sought out, or did it just come to you, or somewhere in between?
So originally, I was looking at a job for the engineering building. Initially, they needed a videographer, and then when I and like we were about to go through with it, the pay was decently well for a college student. Like it was like $12 an hour. But then I don't know why the lady did this, but she was like, "Hey, we also have like other positions if you're interested in." And then like I looked at the other position at the College of Sciences, and they said, "Oh, we pay $15 an hour." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one that pays more." And so yeah, that's what I chose. Like, I used the how I found the engineering one is that I used the app Handshake. Pretty sure you're familiar with it. A lot of college students use it to find jobs or internships, especially near or around the area of campus. But yeah, no, that's how that got started. My the engineering person telling me like, oh, there's a other position and it's probably better than this.
That's so interesting. I mean, you would think that like when you found a job that you want, like I don't know. I feel like you don't normally expect to be told about a different one that
Yeah, that completely confused me. I was like, okay, if you say so, I'm gonna go to this one then.
yeah, that is so weird, but nevertheless, I mean, I guess it worked out for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so how long have you been doing this current job?
The one at the College of Sciences, I've been, I think, 1 year now. Um, I was there at the during the fall semester last year. I want to say maybe in September I started. I think. But yeah, that's how long that's been going on for.
And so, what would you say are like some of the things that you have learned from this, whether skill wise or even about yourself?
I learned how to do interviews a little bit better. I learned a lot more about lighting, um, and trying to see the limits of my camera, um, and how far I could push it, which eventually led me to like upgrading it a bit. Um, but yeah, it's mainly just I applied those skills from the space grant internship, the run and gun type style, for the event coverage or for like a class coverage, um, for videos for the College of Sciences. Um, but yeah, just learning things. Yeah, just mainly just interviews, lighting, basically creating a story within the video so it doesn't feel random. Um, and yeah, just mainly those three things.
And would you say that like the stuff that you're currently learning in your classes is helping out with that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. My Professor Mellon, like I have him for cinematography course and then a documentary production course, and those skills that we're currently learning have really helped me, um, especially with my job at with my friend's startup, the Say Media. But yeah, just applying those skills somewhere else has helped me a lot. Yeah, especially the cinematography course, learning about lighting, learning about camera angles, um, and learning how to, most importantly, learning how to create a story using the camera. Because I feel like every video should have a story in it, or at least some direction. Otherwise, it'll feel random or chaotic. By adding a story to it, it feels you can connect to it more, as of a feeling rather than something you're just watching.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, like I said, relate to that because I know, I don't know. I feel like there's so many great ideas you can do, so much planning you can put into something, but it's like you have to wonder. It's like, okay, as a viewer, what are they supposed to get out of this? But by having the story element to it, like you're able to really, yeah, convey the story a little bit further and get something that people can really personally connect to.
Yeah, like the whole point for the whole point of a video is for the person to connect to it, and make sure they get something out of it. Like, um, yeah, that's essentially it.
But yeah, but I do really want to know about your friend's startup and your role in it. Like, how'd you get started with it?
Essentially, I sent him my like sort of like a profile of what I've done. So that included the stuff from Space Grant and some stuff from the the College of Sciences. Um, and so he looked over it, decided that he would hire me. So like for our first event, we did something with the I think Recruit Military. They're the nonprofit organization. We did a photo shoot, or not a photo shoot. We did photo coverage of that event, and that basically opened the doors for his startup company, leading to um, like businesses reaching out, leading to stuff from the Norfolk Tides here. Like essentially, he's doing all the outreach stuff, and I'm just assisting him with his company. And so far, it's only been 4 months since we started. So we started like I think in May or late May at least. Um, and like the company has grown so much, um, that like um, there's people that want to be on his podcast. We just released the first episode of it too. The Exano. So if you search up the Sale Media Company on YouTube, um, there should be a video there, titled Exano. That's the name of the podcast, and for that episode, it was with Coach Adam. He's the coach for Shift Combat Sports at Newport News. But yeah, we're slowly starting to release podcast episodes. for that. And we've also had people that want to be guests on podcasts. I know we had a meeting the other day where we might get the MapQuest co-founder to be on the podcast, and then another a local Filipino celebrity. I think her name is Christine Gambino. She goes by I can I can't remember. It's like Happy something, but her name is Christine Gambino. She's like a local Filipino celebrity in the area. Um, but yeah, like my work with him has opened up doors and opportunities for other businesses to reach out to us, um, and also for us to reach out to other businesses providing our services. Um, and yeah, um, I don't know what else. Well, we recently just got a workspace. Uh, I think in downtown Norfolk. What was the building called again? Um, I can't remember what we now have like a place where we can do meetings, where we can host future podcasts. And so far, it's only been like 4 months, and we're already having such a like good turnaround um, for it. But yeah,
That is so cool, and yeah, definitely congratulations to you and your friend on. I mean, on doing all this in just 4 months.
yeah. He like I'm just handling all the video and editing thing, editing side, and he's handling more of the outreach. And also, I think we have like uh, 5 people now part of the company, including me. And we're just I think it was literally just the two of us in the beginning, and right now it's 5 people. But I mean, it is a startup, so like we're gonna obviously lose some money in the beginning, but like so far we've been growing pretty fast in my opinion, because I thought all of this would happen, like this type of growth would happen maybe in the next year or two. That's what I presumed when he pitched the idea to me.
That is so cool, though, that you all are able to do that. Unless I have been growing and now have a small team and a workspace. And so, like I said, I mean, could you have envisioned this like when he first started?
Well, he pitched me the idea, and he's been trying to he pitched it to other people too. And so, like personally, for me, when he pitched it, I was like, okay, yeah, no, I could see him going with this. I could support this, while I have my stuff on the side. But now, like actually, like we're 4 months in, and it's like we've had this much growth. We had this much people reaching out to us, and like even I think I'm pretty sure you saw my Instagram post. We had a shoot we had a shoot that included the Newport News mayor, where he was visiting small businesses, and he visited Shift Combat Sports on that day, and we covered that like a small like highlight video of what goes on at Shift Combat Sports. You can see the mayor of Newport News in that video, and like even I didn't think we would like have the opportunity to meet the Newport News mayor, let alone know who we are as a company. And but oh god, wait, what was the question again?
No, I was just saying that it's just so incredible that you all have been able to do this in in just 4 months. And like, could you have even imagined all these
Oh
opportunities?
yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I couldn't have imagined any of it. Like as I said earlier, I thought it was gonna be maybe year one or year two, or later down on year one, and maybe year two that we would get this far. Um, but yeah, I mean like the pace, or at the pace things are going, I could see myself immediately just starting to work for his like company full time right out of college. Um, I think I had like a internal conversation the other day whether I want to like quit my college of sciences job, and focus more on his stuff, because I know that we've been getting a lot more projects. There was there was like a secret, or not secret, it's not, I don't, it's not secret, but like there's like plans on for I think he was talking to a gym, and they were thinking about closing it down for us to have free creative reign over a commercial that's going to be there, and we were going to be paid well for it. But it's just like with that in mind, like you're giving like a small media company this much like creativity, even though if they've been up for like 4 months. Like even I don't trust my skills that much, but I know if we do accept it, then I'm gonna have to like lock in and like do that, or um like mentally prepare myself for like that big of a shoot if we do it. Um, yeah, but um, yeah, no, I just didn't. Yeah, I never thought about the company going this far.
Yeah, I mean, especially for only a third of the year, thus far. But yeah, I guess where do you see, and I suppose you just answered a little bit of this too, but where do you see yourself like progressing over these next few months, especially, eyeing graduation as well?
Well, I know I still want to work for his company. I know like after graduation, I know I told my parents this. I'm gonna be living with them for a little bit until I like get have until I get like a stable income, and then from there I'll move out and get my own place. I do think about like places to move out of like Virginia, because like I don't want to stay here in like one place. I want to go to a different place and explore that. Um, that's why like I chose like to do off campus housing. Like I didn't want to commute back and forth and just stay at my home. Um, but yeah, for what the future holds, yeah, I'll be staying with my friend's company um, until like I established um, like a solid like salary, or if I find like a better opportunity, because he told me up front that if you find a better opportunity, man, take it because you deserve it. He's always like that. Like never he's always like never sell yourself short, and if someone like thinks that you can um like do really well or sees your potential, then you seize that opportunity. Don't let like his company or like himself like hinder that opportunity that you might miss out on.
Well, at the very least, I like that. Yeah, it definitely sounds like both of you are very supportive of each other in your own journeys. But yeah, I really like that you're able to do this and expand your skills. And yeah, especially I know like last time when we spoke a few years ago that that you were saying that you had no idea that you would even get to be where you were then, and comfortable in your career path going forward. And so now to see that, that you and your friend are striving in what you're doing is just so amazing.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
Of course. And yes, and to comment on what you were saying earlier, I did check out, your post about, doing the video shoot with the Newport News mayor. And that's so cool that you all were able to do that. And so, did you all know at all that he was going to be there when you all were gonna be there?
So we knew, so before when we did the podcast at Shift Combat Sports, a little bit after that I ended up shooting a video for them promoting their blacklight classes, and from there the Newport News, from what I've been told, the Newport News Mirror seen that video and wanted to come out and support that small business. So we knew he was coming. It was just a matter of when, and that was recently. um yeah.
But yeah, but that's really cool. And what would you say, like between your College of Sciences job, the startup, as well as your space grant internship? What would you say has been like your favorite production experience?
I mean, my friend's startup, because obviously you have more creativity. You're not, what is it? You're not limited to, like for the space grant one, is run and gun, get a video done by the end of that summer camp, and it was like so tiring, and it was like hot summers, or summer months. For the College of Sciences, it's like, what is it? Like it's interesting doing all the interviews and like classes and stuff, but like there's times where you're given footage and you know the footage is like bad, and like you just have to try your best to edit it. edit it to the best of your ability. But yeah, that's always annoying. But for the startup, I'm editing my own footage. I have creative control. I feel more free working on those projects.
I'm so glad to hear it. And so, outside of just your work and your academics, what are some of the other stuff that that you've been doing over these past 2 years, sort of like a catch up?
Well, I mean, essentially, those are just the main things. Other than just like now being at ODU, being off campus. Basically, I have a roommate, but I'm basically living alone. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's essentially it. Like what I've talked about is basically the catch up. Those are the big points I want to hit on. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, that's all good, but like I said, I'm just so glad that we had a chance to catch up, and yeah, I know we got to see each other in person a few months ago,
Mm.
and I think incidentally we ran into each other at a store. I think a few months
Oh
prior
yeah,
to that.
it was like a Walgreens. I was like really confused. Like I was like, wait, I know him.
It was so weird because I think we were actually messaging each other like right before that too, which was really weird. Like right before you started
Mm.
ODU,
Yeah.
but nevertheless, I'm so glad, like I said, we had a chance to catch up, and I really like appreciate like I said, our discussion last time. I just thought it was so, you know, moving, and it was really like a standout of one of my 2021, discussions, and I have really enjoyed the one we're doing right now, and yeah, seeing what you've been up to, and I'm just so glad that, like I said before, that you just been striving towards everything, and I just hope that you continue to keep going forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so I did actually have a chance to re-listen to our discussion from last time, and so at that time I had actually asked you about what your hopes were for the next 2 years, and so
Oh wait, what did I say?
so I had asked two questions. I had asked one, like, what was the goals for the rest of 2021, and then one for 2 years. The 2021 goals were that you wanted to, work on you know, putting your future forward. You wanted to also make sure that you didn't overpromise anything, and that you started to get a better comprehension of your personal limit and to stop procrastinating.
I'm still working on the procrastinating.
but in terms of for the next 2 years, which now it's practically exact, you said that you never thought that you would get to where you were 2 years ago, but that you look forward to graduating from Virginia Peninsula Community College in the spring, and that you wanted to complete a video internship, and that you wanted to start doing freelance videos, and meet others who are just as passionate as videos as you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, would you say that you have met your goals and feel satisfied for your predictions?
Oh yeah, I think I'm beyond satisfied for my goals now. Like I didn't think I'd be working for a startup and like 4 months in we have like a workspace we can use. Like that's crazy to me for me to fathom.
But I'm just so glad, like I said, to just hear everything going well. And I guess before we begin closing out, did you have any thoughts, goals, or predictions for these next 2 years to come?
Um, I want to say hopefully next 2, 3, or I want to say no, I'll say two. Hopefully in the next 2 years I'll be at my own place. Like with a stable salary. Um, because like knowing the pace that we're going for his company, we should be able to reach a point where we're able to sustain ourselves through constant work. Um, but yeah, yeah, 2 years. Hopefully, I have my own place, and yeah, just hopefully I have my own place and have a stable job. That's essentially what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the type of goals that we get to. Like once we're almost ready and done with college, it's just like
Mm,
it's like the goal: graduate and and be well off.
yeah.
But yeah, like I said, but I'm just so glad that we had a chance to speak. Like I said, thank you so much, Justin, for for coming back on and for chatting with us. I just so greatly appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for doing all this hard work for your own podcast. And I hope I'm the best for you in the future.
Yeah, definitely don't be a stranger.
Mm.
But yeah, but if anyone would like to check out your work or for the company, where are the best places for people to go ahead and check it out?
So by just searching up Deseo Media, I think our handle is just Deseo Media. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, just Deseo Media on Instagram. We're still working on our website. Um, and then for my work, um, this is my profile name, Jas underscore DM. I'm pretty sure you can just plug it in the podcast. But yeah, you can check out my work there. Um, and all the stuff I'm doing for the Deseo Media Company. Um, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about my media handles and the company's media handles.
All right, perfect. And last but certainly not least, I did want to allow a moment for you to go ahead and close out our discussion, whether it be a word of advice, a life lesson, or whatever the case may be. The floor is all yours, Justin.
Oh, thank you. Essentially, I mean, you just gotta keep moving forward. There's so many opportunities that are out there that you may not think of, and they're bound to be there for you if you just take the time and look for them. And always there's like always keep connections with people. You may never know where, like in my situation, your friend asks you, "Hey, can you be my creative director for my start media?" Like I didn't think I would be. I didn't think I would have that label on me. Let alone like before I graduate college. But yeah, no, keep doors open. Try not to keep doors closed. Um, and yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything too inspirational at the moment. But, yeah, I mean, just do your best. There's people rooting for you. Even if you don't know it, there's times where I didn't know that people were rooting for me, and yeah, it's good when people root for you. It feels good. But yeah,
But yeah, I will always be rooting for you and everything that you are doing, Justin.
thank you. Same here.
Yeah. Like I said, thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode. I greatly appreciate it, and I just really appreciate having Justin on. But until next time, everyone, have a wonderful day, everyone, and let's continue on our mission to bring people together. I'll see y'all next week. Take care.